Well, if you're building home theater, then by now you must have hit a stage where you're confused between multiple brands. And while everyone talks about the likes of JBL, Philips, B&W, or M&K Sound, Sonus Faber, all of these names, there are few brands which literally nobody talks about, and these are some of the underrated home theater brands which are winning some serious home theater fans across the world. Let's face it, everyone's been recommending you the same set of speaker brands, while I tell you that there's a world out there which has got better sounding, better looking, and better built products that can do a great job. Now, these speaker brands work like Ferrari. They work hard in silence and let their speakers make that sound for you. And these speaker brands have got tons of options. So, irrespective if you're looking for towers where you want a nice music from the speakers, you want a good audiophile solution, you want a movie solution, you want in-wall speakers, hidden speakers, subwoofers, well, they've got it all. So let's start with the first underrated brand, and that is Mission Audio. Now, Mission is an English audio brand. This brand is more like a big bang for less bucks, which means that they have got speakers which are not very expensive, but they have got a crazy collection which appeals to audiophile as well as home theater audience. And Mission is known not just for their floor standing speakers, but even for their subwoofer. One of the best 15 inches woofer that you can buy under 1 lakh rupees is right now available with Mission. The QX series, the LX series are some of the popular names, and if you plan to build a good home theater with an Atmos setup under 2 lakh rupees, well, Mission can be one of the best brands that you can consider for this application. Now, the second brand is from US. The name is Speakercraft, and this brand specializes in in-ceiling, in-wall, as well as subwoofers. These are the only three types of speakers that they make. The in-ceiling speakers are one of the best in-ceiling speakers where they have got a array technology in the speaker, which means you don't get only one tweeter, which traditionally you get in most of the ceiling speakers. But with Speakercraft, you can get 3 or even 5 tweeters in one speaker placed in the form of an array. This can actually solve your job, especially if you're planning to build a home theater with angled in-ceiling speakers. So if you need anything in angled, Speakercraft has literally mastered that art. Now, most of the time, when you build a dedicated home theater room, the in-wall speakers need to go flushed into your acoustics. And during that time, the speaker's angle cannot be adjusted. But what if I tell you, Speakercraft has got a speaker where the tweeters are angled by default, which means you can put the speaker over here and you can have the angle of the tweeter directly proportionate to your ears or throwing the sound towards your ears. By doing that, you get the best surround sound envelope, and that is why I definitely feel Speakercraft needs to be checked more and more if you are looking for these kind of solutions. The subwoofers are again very well talked about. The reason being, Speakercraft is actually a brand subsidiary of Sunfire. Now, Sunfire subwoofers were at one point of time in their career beating the likes of REL and SPS, and they're considered to be in that league. Now, Speakercraft has just got 3 subwoofer models: the SDSI 8, SDSI 10, and SDSI 12. They've got a front active driver and they've got 2 passive radiators on the side. So they are like semi-sealed boxes, which makes them deliver accurate and nice bass. The third brand is a Scottish company. Now, many audiophiles have come across a brand called Tunnel. They make one of the best speakers, especially the vintage series models where they have got the wooden boxes, and I've been a great fan of those. But unfortunately, some of the engineers moved out from the company due to some growth restrictions or probably creativity restrictions, and they started a new company called Fine Audio. It's located by the Loch, as they call it, which is lake, a fine lake in Scotland, and that's why the name of the audio or the speaker company is Fine Audio. Now, Fine Audio speakers have already won some great accolades in the What Hi-Fi world. You see their entry-level floor-standing speaker series, which is the F300 series. That has already been one of the best budget speakers that you can buy for home theater as well as for 2-channel stereo. Then comes their 500 series, which was recently revamped to Fine F5E. Now this series has got floor standing option as well as on-wall speaker options. And these are where the real magic starts, because they have got the dual concentric drivers. Just the way Tannoy used to work upon dual concentric drivers, Fine Audio also does the same job. And you know what? We have had clients who have checked or auditioned the Fine Audio speakers against the likes of Dino Audio, and they have still gone for it. Because their modern day solutions where the bass tracks are at the bottom make sure that the ported vents do not cause trouble even when you place the speakers very close to the wall. This is one of the most highlighting factor of Fine Audio. And the sound quality with dual concentric technology makes you listen to them for hours and hours. You literally enjoy them to the core. Now let's look at the fourth underrated speaker brand in the hi-fi world, and that is Origin Acoustics. Now Origin Acoustics, we have done an entire video upon it. If you want, you can check that over here to see their product range. But to give you a brief about that, it's again a US brand started by a civil contractor who realized the pain of changing speakers. Now in most of the abroad countries, they have got a drywall segment where drywalls need to have in-walls or in-ceilings that go concealed. But the moment you upgrade a speaker, you again have to redo the work. And that is the pain point that Origin Acoustics tries to solve. You buy a 6 inches today, and later on if you feel like upgrading to an 8 inches, you can do that without having to call any POP agency or a false ring agency. You literally have to change the speaker's cone and you're done. They have also got angled speakers and a wide range of angled speakers range. The angled speakers have got angled tweeters, angled drivers, they've got everything. So that is where this brand excels in, the angled in-ceiling solution. Apart from that, they've got in-wall speakers which are far more economical, and they've got a premium range as well. And the last underrated brand, which actually many people have been fond of, honestly, but they kind of forgotten it, and that is Yamo. It spells as Jamo, but since it's a Scandinavian brand, they pronounce it as Yamo. Now this brand has made some of the best speakers in the world, especially in the floor standing category. So now that they have been taken over and they've been rebuilt or revamped upon, you can see some of the speakers which have got some fantastic design appeals. So this time around, they have not just taken care of the sound quality or they have maintained it or upgraded it, but they have also revamped the entire design of the speakers. They have got speakers which have got a nice angle so that they can stay low but yet throw the sound up in the air. Apart from that, they have got center speakers which have got some fantastic vocal clarity. So in case you are looking for a THX experience in your home theater rooms, then you can look at the Yamo's in-wall or an on-wall series of segment where they have got some fantastic THX certified speakers. So next time around, when you meet someone who is building a home theater, tell them that following big names is not going to be equivalent to getting big sound or big experience. It is how good you do your research and how you can follow channels like ours where we tell you some gems which can actually elevate your sound experience. And if you further need any help in designing your home theater, or if you need any guidance in picking up the right products and getting it delivered for a nice immersive experience, then don't forget to check the link that is shared in the description as well as in the pinned comment. That's it from my end. I, Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theater wale bhaiya, will see you again in my next video.